Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Power Yoga this morning. I'm Christine. If you have a yoga block at home, go ahead and grab it if you'd like, and grab a water bottle and your yoga mat. And we'll get started in extended child's pose. The back of your mat, big toes to touch, hips back towards your heels, and then palms about shoulder width distance apart, and then bringing your forehead down to the floor or to a block. And then go ahead and roll those shoulders down and away from your ears. And let your hips sink towards your heels as you start to relax. As you're inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. As you begin to quiet your mind of all the thoughts racing in and out, and just setting them there to the side as you're bringing your attention to your body, as you're listening for the next hour to your body. As we link our breath to movement. And if any time you need to take a break today, you're more than welcome to come back to extended child's pose. And then go ahead and zip your lips together for your Ujjayi Pranayama breath. As you're evenly inhaling through your nose, holding it at the top, and exhaling through your nose. There's a slight restriction at the back of your throat, like you're fogging a mirror as you're exhaling. You should be able to hear your breath. And you're producing heat in your body. And then go ahead and take a scan of your body from your head down to your toes, and noticing if there's any places of tension or soreness, and taking your breath, and breathing into those different places that you're holding onto. And then when you're ready, go ahead and move your head side to side, massaging your third eye center, the space right between your eyebrows. And go ahead and come back to center. You're going to bring your hands around, grabbing your heels as you lift up on your hips, and then roll into the crown of your head, feeling space between your shoulder blades and your spine. And then go ahead and release your hips back down towards your heels. Bring your hands back out in front and bring your palms to touch. Bring them back towards the back of your head. A nice tricep stretch and upper back. If it's more comfortable to keep your palms towards the back, then go ahead. And then go ahead and bring your palms back down onto the mat. And on your next inhale, coming into tabletop. Shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. We'll do some cat and cow. As you're inhaling into cow, roll your shoulder blades back, tilt your hip bones up, gaze towards the ceiling. And exhale, cat, rounding out your spine, letting your head hang. And then go ahead at your own pace. Inhaling into a cow. And exhaling into cat. And go ahead and cycle through one more time. And then coming back to neutral spine. Gonna inhale, bring your right arm towards the sky, palm facing away, keeping your hips level towards the mat. And then exhale, thread the needle, right hand through right ear to the floor. And keeping your left hand where it is, or bring it to the top, or bring it around for a half bind. Either one of those options. If you want to bring your left leg out to the side, go ahead. Then go ahead and bring your right hand back towards your right shoulder. Bring your left knee back towards the mat. As you inhale, bring your right arm towards the sky, palm facing away. And exhale back to tabletop. Switching sides. As you inhale, bring the left arm towards the sky, palm facing away, keeping your hips level towards the floor. And then exhale, thread the needle, left hand through left ear to the floor. Again, taking whatever arm variation you did on the first side, and then whatever leg variation you did. Go ahead, take your right hand back towards your right shoulder, bringing your right leg back if you had it out to the side. As you inhale, bring your left arm towards the sky, palm facing away. And exhale back to tabletop. You bring your right leg back, hip is level, engaging your core, flex your foot. Bring your left arm out in front, palm facing in. And go ahead and point your right toes as you inhale. And exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. You're gonna crunch in and extend, and then go ahead and come back to tabletop, switching sides. Left leg back, engaging the core, squeezing your glutes. Bring your right arm out in front, palm facing in, and go ahead and point your left toe as you inhale, and exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Crunch in and extend. And then go ahead and come back to tabletop. Go ahead and roll out your wrist. And if you want to, go ahead and bring your fingertips back towards you and lean back a little bit, getting a nice forearm stretch. And then go ahead and rise on up. We're going to go into downward facing dog. So palms shoulder width distance apart, lifting up on your hips and back. And then go ahead and pedal out your heels. Bending one knee at a time. And then go ahead and straighten your legs or bend your knees. Really think about bringing that tailbone up towards the sky. We're going to do downward facing twist. So you can bring your left hand towards your right leg, looking underneath your right armpit towards the ceiling. And then go ahead and bring your left hand back towards the mat, switching sides. Bring your right hand back towards your left leg, reaching under, looking up towards the ceiling. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring your right hand back towards the mat. We're going to inhale into a plank, shoulders in line with wrist, and then exhale back to downward facing dog. We're going to do 5 more of those. You're inhaling into plank, and exhale back to downward facing dog. 4 more coming into plank, and then push yourself back to downward facing dog. 3 more coming into plank, and then pushing yourself back to downward facing dog. 2 more, and back to downward facing dog. Last one coming into that plank. We're going to hold here. Then bring your right knee towards your right elbow, back to center, left knee to left elbow, back to center. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more on each side. And then go ahead and push yourself back to downward facing dog. And then on your next inhale, look to the top of your mat. And exhale, walk, step, or float, big toes to touch. And inhale, halfway lift, hands at your shin or thighs, relaxing the shoulders back, gazing out in front. And exhale, forward fold. Gonna inhale, mountain, standing up nice and tall, biceps to ears, palms are facing each other. And as you exhale, baby back bend, goal post your hands, look up at the ceiling. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, side bend to the right, right hand to your thigh, left arm over, chest is pointed forward. Then inhale, back to center. And exhale, side bend to left, left hand to your thigh, right arm over. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, forward fold, hinging at your hips, hands through heart center. Then go and bring your hands towards the floor. As you inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back to a plank. Again, you can stay here or come down to your knees as you lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Flip the tops of your toes, press through those palms, look up at the ceiling. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Holding here for a couple breaths. On your next inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk, step, or float, big toes to touch. As you inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. And inhale, mountain, biceps to ears. And exhale, baby back bend. Look up at the ceiling. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, side bend to the right, right hand to the thigh, left arm over. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, side bend to left, left hand to left thigh, right arm over. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, forward fold, hinging at your hips, hands to heart center. And bring your hands towards the floor. As you inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga, step back to the plank. Staying here and just going to downward facing dog, or go ahead and lower halfway. As you inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And then on your next inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk, step, or float, big toes to touch. As you inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. And inhale, mountain. And exhale, baby back bend. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, side bend to the right. And then inhale, back to center. And exhale, side bend to the left. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, forward fold, hinging at your hips, hands to heart center. Bring your hands towards the floor. As you inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga, step back to a plank. And lowering halfway. As you inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale, lift your right leg high. And exhale, low lunge, bring your right foot in between your palms. Taking your left hand next to your right foot. As you inhale, bring your right arm towards the sky. Palm facing away. Take that shoulder away from your ear. And then we're going to go into supported side plank. You're going to roll onto that left heel. Toe heel your right foot out to the side. Really pressing through that left palm. And then go ahead and bring your right hand back towards the floor. Bring your right foot back to that low lunge. You're going to step back to a high plank. If you want to float your right leg, you can as you lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And then inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, bring your right foot in between your palms. We're going to go into warrior one. So that back foot's about a 45-degree angle. Front knee bent, hips pointed forward, engaging your core. Bring your biceps to your ears. As you inhale and exhale, airplane your arms back, hinging forward, palms facing down. Get them, keep pulling that right hip back, straightening that back leg. We're going to go into warrior three. So you're going to shift your weight forward onto your right foot, step off with your left. You can keep your arms in airplane or bring them out to a T or bring them out in front, whichever you would like. We're here for three. Standing splits in two. And one, you're going to bring your hands down to the floor, lift your left leg up. Again, keeping that hip level so the leg is not going to go up as high. And if you want to, go ahead and walk your hands back towards your right ankle and bringing your forehead to your knee. Either one of those options. We're here for three. Stepping back to crescent lunge in two. And one, so go ahead and bend that front knee. Come back to crescent lunge, bringing those toes down. Biceps to your ears. Nice and strong. Pressing through that right heel. As you inhale. And exhale, warrior two. And then inhale, reverse warrior. Bring your right arm towards the sky. Palm. And then as you exhale, chaturanga, windmill your palms down to mat to low lunge. Step back to high plank. Again, if you want to float that right leg, you can. As you lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Your next inhale, bring your left leg towards the sky. And exhale, low lunge, bring your left foot in between your palms. And take your right hand next to your left foot. As you inhale, bring your left hand towards the sky. Want to take your gaze towards your left hand. Again, you're engaging your core. We're going to come into that supported side plank, rolling on to the right side of your foot and bringing that left foot out. Again, you want to press through that right palm, lifting those hips up. And then go ahead and bring your left hand down to the mat, toe heel your left foot back to that low lunge. And we're going to come back to that plank. If you want to float the left leg, go ahead as you lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. You inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, bring your left foot in between your palms. We're going to come into that warrior one. So right foot about a 45-degree angle, hips pointed forward. Nice and strong with that back leg. As you inhale and exhale, airplane your arms back, hinging forward into humble warrior. Keep pulling that left hip back. We're going to go into that warrior 3. So you're going to shift your weight forward into the left foot, step off with your right. Again, trying to keep the hips level. Arms an airplane or out to a T or out in front. We're here for 3. Standing splits in 2. And 1, go ahead and bring your hands towards the floor or the block. Eventually walking them back towards your left ankle. Again, one side might be easier than the other. We're here for 3. Stepping back to crescent lunge in 2. And 1, go ahead, bend that front knee, bring those right toes down, biceps to ears, hips are pointed forward. Pressing through that left heel. As you inhale and exhale, warrior 2. And inhale, reverse warrior, left arm towards the sky. And exhale, chaturanga, windmill your palms down to mat to low lunge. Sit back to high plank. If you want to float the left leg, go ahead as you lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And hold here for a couple breaths. And then on your next inhale, bring your right leg towards the sky. And exhale, low lunge. Bring your right foot in between your palms. Left hand to your right foot. As you inhale, bring the right arm towards the sky. And then go ahead and come into that supported side plank. Toe heel your right foot out to the side. Coming onto that left heel. Lifting the hips up. And then go ahead and bring your right hand down to the mat. Toe heel your right foot back to a low lunge. Then step back to a plank. And then lowering halfway. So you inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Bring your right foot in between your palms. Coming into that warrior 1. Again, you want to press evenly through both your heels. It might be a shorter or wider stance than your warrior 2. As you inhale and exhale, airplane your arms back, hinging forward. Keep pulling that right hip back as it wants to come forward. And then we're going to shift into that warrior 3. Stepping off with the left foot. Going to keep the hips level. Taking whatever arm variation you would like. And then go ahead and come into those standing splits. Again, your hips are level. So your leg is not going to go up as high as if you opened your hip. And we're here for 3. Stepping back to crescent lunge in 2. And 1, bending that front knee, bring the left heels back, biceps to ears, pressing through that right heel, straightening that back leg. As you inhale and exhale, warrior 2. Then inhale, reverse warrior, right arm towards the sky. And then exhale, triangle. You're going to straighten that front leg. Bring your right arm forward and down, left arm towards the sky. Palm facing away. Go ahead and take your gaze towards your left hand. And then on your next inhale, coming into that warrior 2. And exhale, chaturanga, windmill your palms down to mat to low lunge. Step back to high plank. Again, if you want to float that right leg as you lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale, bring your left leg towards the sky. And exhale, low lunge, bring your left foot in between your palms. Right hand next to your left foot. As you inhale, bring the left arm towards the sky. Again, if that shoulder's by your ear, roll it back. And then we're going to that supported side plank. Toe heel your left foot over. Rolling onto your right heel, lifting the hips up. Again, taking your gaze towards your left hand. And then go ahead and bring your left hand down to the mat. Toe heel your left foot back to that low lunge. And step back to plank. If you want to float your left leg, you can. As you lower halfway, inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Then inhale, bring your left leg towards the sky. And exhale, low lunge, bring your left foot in between your palms. Pivoting that right heel down into warrior one. If you feel like you're arching, try to wrap your shoulder blade, or not your shoulders, your ribs in. So knit your ribs. As you inhale, and exhale, airplane your arms back, hinging forward, palms facing down. Nice elongated spine. We're gonna go into warrior three, so stepping off with that right foot, hips are level. Again, you can bring your arms out to a T or out in front, or just keep them at your side. And then we're gonna go into that standing splits, bringing your hands down to the block or the floor, lifting up on your right leg. We're here for three. Crescent lunge in two. And one, you're gonna bend that front knee, bring the right toes down, biceps to ears, hips pointed forward. As you inhale, and exhale, warrior two. And inhale, reverse warrior, left arm towards the sky. And exhale, triangle. Straighten that front leg, reaching forward and down, right arm towards the sky. Taking your gaze towards your right hand. Pressing through those heels, nice and strong energy lines. And your next inhale, warrior two. And exhale, chaturanga, windmill your palms down to mat to low lunge. Step back to high plank. And then lowering halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, take a couple breaths here. And you'll cycle through one more time. As you inhale, bring your right leg towards the sky. Exhale, low lunge, right foot in between your palms. Left hand next to your right foot. As you inhale, bring your right arm towards the sky. And then go ahead and come into that supported side plank. Bringing that right toes over, lifting up on the hips. Right arm towards the sky. And then go ahead and bring that right hand down to the mat. Toe heel your right foot back to that low lunge. Step back to a plank. Again, you have the option always stay here or lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Then inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, bring your right foot in between your palms. Bring the left foot down into warrior one. Again, finding your stance. Pressing through the heels. And exhale, airplane your arms back, hinging forward, palms facing down. And then go ahead and step into that warrior three. And then coming into standing splits. We're here for three. Crescent lunge in two. And one, bend that front knee coming into crescent lunge. As you inhale. And exhale, warrior two. And inhale, reverse warrior, right arm towards the sky. And exhale, triangle. Straighten that front leg, reaching forward and down with the right arm, left arm towards the sky. Taking your gaze towards your left hand. And inhale, rise on up. And exhale, pivot the right foot. We're going to do Pasarita, forward fold, so arms out to a T. You're going to inhale, shift the hips forward, palms face the ceiling, and look up. And exhale, hinge forward with a flat back, coming all the way down. And then whenever you want, go ahead and bring your hands to the floor. And then go ahead and walk your hands in between your legs, palms facing away, shifting the weight forward to the ball of your feet off of your heels. And then go ahead and walk your hands out, palm shoulder width distance apart. Let your chest sink towards the floor. And then go ahead and walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Bring your arms back out to a T. And then on your next inhale, rising on up with a flat back. And as you exhale, warrior two to the front. As you inhale and exhale, chaturanga, windmill your palms down to mat to low lunge. Step back to high plank. And then lowering halfway. As you inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale, lift your left leg high. And exhale, low lunge, left foot in between your palms. Right hand next to your left foot. As you inhale, bring the left arm towards the sky. And then go ahead and come into that supported side plank. Toe heel your left foot over, lifting up on those hips. And then go ahead and bring that left hand back down to the mat. Toe heel your left foot back to that low lunge. And then step back to a plank. If you want to float the left leg, go ahead. Or just stay in plank as you lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, bring your left foot in between your palms. As you inhale into warrior one. And exhale, airplane your arms back, hinging forward, palms facing down to humble warrior. And shifting your weight forward, stepping off into warrior three. Whatever variation you would like with your arms. And then coming down to standing splits, keeping the hips level. We're here for 3. Stepping back to crescent lunge in 2. And 1, bend that front knee, coming back to crescent lunge, bringing the right toes down. And exhale, warrior 2. As you inhale, reverse warrior, left arm towards the sky. And exhale, triangle, straightening that front leg, reaching forward and down with the left arm, right arm towards the sky. Taking your gaze towards your right hand. And then on your next inhale, rise on up. And exhale, pivot your left foot. You can keep your arms out to a T or bring your hands behind, palms to touch. As you inhale, baby back bend. Shift the hips forward. And exhale, hinging forward with a flat back. And keeping your palms to touch. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and bring your hands down to the floor. And walk your hands over to your right foot, placing the left hand on a block, the mat, your foot, or wherever you can grab on your leg. Then bring your right arm towards the sky. Then go ahead and bring your right hand down to the floor, walking over to the left side. Again, taking whatever option you did on the first side. And then go ahead and bring your left arm towards the sky. If you can shift your weight forward to the ball of your feet, off of your heels. And then go ahead and bring your left hand back down to the mat. Bring your arms back out to a T. As you inhale, slowly rise on up with a flat back. And exhale, warrior 2 to the front. As you inhale. And exhale, chaturanga. Windmill your palms down to mat to low lunge. Step back to high plank. If you want to float that left leg as you lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then go ahead and come down to your knees and take a drink of water or come into extended child's pose while we take our breath. And then when you're ready, we're coming to tabletop. And then push yourself back to downward facing dog. We're going to do half pigeon. So you're going to bring your right leg towards the sky. And then bending your right knee behind your right wrist. Bring your left knee down. Uncurl your toes. As you inhale, walk your hands back towards your hips. And as you exhale, walk your hands forward. If you want to take a yoga block and place it underneath your right hip so you're not caving onto that right side is an option. If it's too much on your knees, then go ahead. And cross your right ankle over and bring your left knee towards your chest. So any one of those options. And then if you're on your forearms, go ahead and come back to your palms. You're going to curl your back toes under and push yourself back to downward facing dog. And then we'll switch sides. As you inhale, bring your left leg towards the sky. And exhale, have pigeon on the left, bend the left knee. And bring the right knee down. As you inhale, walk your hands back towards your hips. And as you exhale, walk your hands forward. One side might feel different than the other. And if you're on your forearms, go ahead and come back to your palms. Curling your back toes under and pushing yourself back to downward facing dog. And then on your next inhale, we're going to come into that plank. And then slowly lower all the way down to the mat, zipping your legs together for low cobra. Hands underneath your shoulders. You're going to inhale, lift your chest up, and exhale, press the tops of feet into the floor. Feel little to no weight in your hands. Gazing out in front. We're here for 3. Coming down to your right ear in 2. And 1, go ahead and come down to your right ear. Bring your arms to your side and just relax. And then go ahead and bring your chin back to center. So option 1 is do low cobra again. Option 2, low cobra with chest expansion. Bring your palms to touch. As you inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, press the tops of your feet into the floor. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and come down to your left ear. Bring your arms to your side and relax. And then go ahead and bring your chin back to center. So option 1 is low cobra, hands underneath your shoulders. Option 2, chest expansion. Option 3 is wheel, so our floor bow. You're going to bend your knees, grab the pinky toe side of your feet. Trying to keep your knees in line with your hips. Either one of these options, you're going to inhale, lift your chest up, and exhale, lift your knees off the mat. We're here for 3. Lowering down in 2. And 1, go ahead and lower down to your right or left ear and bringing your arms to your side. And go ahead and bring your chin back to center, hands underneath your shoulders, push yourself up to tabletop, and then walk your hands back to your knees. You're going to do camel, doing a lot of back bends here, opening the front side of the body, so we tend to be rounded all the time, so we're just trying to open. So go ahead and bring your palms behind, rolling those shoulder blades back. Toes can be up or uncurled. You're going to shift your hips forward as you walk your gaze up the wall and across the ceiling. If you'd like to come all the way down, keep your chest lifted if you come down to your heels. And then when you're ready, go ahead and slowly walk your gaze across the ceiling and down the wall. And come to sit on your heels in hero's pose. If this is too much on your knees, then go ahead and have a seat on the floor. Sitting up nice and tall, palms face down or palms face up, and go ahead and blink your eyes shut. And then go ahead and blink your eyes open. Shift your weight to the right or left side and bring your legs out in front for a seated forward fold. You're trying to find your sit bones sitting up nice and tall. If you have really tight hamstrings, then just bend your knees, but keep your toes pointed towards the ceiling. So any one of those options, belly button towards spine. As you inhale, bring your biceps to your ears. And exhale, hinge forward with a flat back until you no longer can. And go ahead and round out your spine, let your head hang, grabbing your calf, ankles, toes, wherever you're at. And then on your next inhale, rise on up. You're going to bring your hands behind. This time palms or fingertips are facing away. You're going to press your palms into the mat, lifting the chest up. Look up towards the ceiling. Nice heart opener. And then go ahead and release your hands. Bring them out in front. Palms are facing each other. And then go ahead and slowly lower all the way down your spine until you come down to the floor for a long body stretch, reaching your arms as high as you can. And then go ahead and bring your arms to your side for bridge pose. Feet are about hip distance apart. Your hands are at your side, palms are facing down. As you inhale, lifting those hips up. Exhale, pressing your palms into the floor. And then when you're ready, go ahead and slowly roll back down your spine towards the floor. And go ahead and move your knees side to side. So option 1 is doing bridge pose again. Option 2 is wheel. You're going to bring your palms up towards your shoulders, fingertips pointed towards your shoulders. So either one of those options, you're going to lift up on your hips and then press into your palms. So picking whatever option you would like. And then when you're ready, go ahead and slowly lower your hips back down for Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees out wide. One hand on heart center and one on your belly. And blink your eyes shut. And then go ahead and bring your knees back to touch. And then bring one knee towards your chest and then the other. And then go ahead and rock side to side. And do happy baby pose. So keeping your lower back on the mat. Soles of your feet look up at the ceiling. Grab your calf, ankles are inside arches of your feet. Rock side to side. Go ahead. Now you can stay in happy baby pose. If you want to do plow, if it's in your practice, go ahead and bring your feet back down onto the mat. Arms are at your side. You're going to lift your hips up. Keep your hands on your lower back. If your feet can touch behind, then you can remove your palms. But if they don't, keep your hands on your lower back and you're not on your cervical spine. Another option, you can bring your hands behind and touch your toes. But again, this is just an option. You can stay in happy baby pose. And then when you're ready, go ahead and slowly come back out of plow or happy baby pose. And bring your knees to your chest and rock side to side. Go ahead and bring your soles of your feet down onto the mat, arms out to a T, palm facing the ceiling. As you inhale, bring the right leg over the left. And as you exhale, bring your knees to the left as you gaze towards your right hand, keeping the shoulders on the floor. And then on your next inhale, bring your knees back to center. And uncrossing your right leg. And then go ahead and bring your knees to your chest. Again, rocking side to side. And then go ahead and bring the soles of your feet back down onto the mat. Arms back out to a T. As you inhale, bring the left leg over the right. And as you exhale, let the knees fall to the right as you gaze towards your left hand. Again, keeping the shoulders on the floor. And on your next inhale, bring your knees back to center. Uncrossing your left leg. And then go ahead and bring one knee towards your chest and then the other. Go ahead and do hip circles, big toes to touch. Bring your knees towards your chest, out to the side, and making a full circle. And then go ahead and switch directions, pushing your knees away, out to the side, and then bringing them towards your chest. And then go ahead and do whatever movement feels good to you. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and find a comfortable position for Savasana. For final relaxation, legs long or knees bent, arms at your side or out to a T, whichever you find relaxing. As you start at the crown of your head and make your way down to your toes, softening and relaxing all the tension and stress. So you're softening your forehead, soften your eyes, softening your lips, and softening your neck. And softening your shoulders. And softening your arms. And softening your hands. And softening your chest. And softening your back. And softening your hips. And softening your legs. And softening your feet. As you're inhaling relaxation and exhaling all the tension and stress as you begin to melt into your mat. You can stay in Savasana as long as you'd like. If you're ready to move on, go ahead and start wiggling your toes and your fingers. And moving your head side to side. And then bringing your arms above for a long body stretch. And bring your knees to your chest. And roll to your right or left side. And push yourself up to a seated position with your eyes blinked shut and your hands at heart center. I thank you all for joining me on this Wednesday morning. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. We'll end this morning by bowing forward, saying Namaste. Well, thank you everyone for joining me this morning. It looks like it's raining outside, so it's a good day to do yoga. I hope you all have a great day.